Hi guys, Mr. Scott here again. So I wanted to get a little bit more into college, general college stuff, because part of the video tool that I'm using, Screencast-O-Matic, as you can see by the watermark in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, is it only gives me 15 minutes to record for free. I didn't get to talk about Blackboard, which I tried to get into a little bit, and I briefly talked about at the end of the last video, but I didn't have time to get into it, so this video is going to be all Blackboard. So the first thing that I want to draw your attention to is this top right corner. If you click here, there may be a number here, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. It's the number of notifications that you have. And if you go to this little clock, it says updates. So if you get any announcements from the college, yada, yada, it will come up here. So as you can see, they just postponed commencement until the fall, which stinks, but considering the circumstances, it could be a lot worse. If you go back to, you can click this up in the top left corner to go back to the main page. So what else is available through this Blackboard? First off, I just want to say that not every school is going to have Blackboard specifically, but any institution, college, university that you end up going to will either have their own version of Blackboard or Blackboard. Hofstra and Oneonta both used Blackboard in the time that I was there, so I'm very familiar with it, and I'm happy to walk you guys through it. So let's get going. If you look off, I'm going to start off to the right. It says My Courses. So these are all of the courses that essentially I've taken in my time at Oneonta. Certain professors will take down their course. So as you can see, the first semester I was there, fall of 2017, a long time ago. Certain professors will take down their pages so that you can't share exam keys, you can't share assignments, or maybe they change the syllabus. Anything like that. Over time, professors will often take down their courses because they last just like they do here. So a professor is going to take down courses every couple of years. But what does a professor's webpage look like? This is the home page. This is where you go once you click into it. This is the seminar course that I'm taking. So I'll just back up real quick. Right now, I'm in a seminar course that's worth 3 credits, and then student teaching, secondary science. This is the middle school assignment that I have, and then this is the high school assignment that I have. These are both 6 credits. So this semester, I'm taking 15 credits. Oftentimes, you'll take between 15 and 18 credits, depending on your major, depending on how rigorous your major is. I transferred into Oneonta as I was actually a bio major my first year at Hofstra, so I transferred in as a chemistry major. And I had all my basic chemistry stuff done walking into my sophomore year, but I had to take 18 credits for the last couple semesters, essentially in order to graduate on time because I was limited in the time that I had. But back to the homepage and what it looks like. So this is what it looks like. You'll see homepage, content, discussions, yada, yada. So discussions, like for our assignment this week, my professor, Dr. Bischoff, put up an assignment where he wanted us to contribute how we're succeeding or not succeeding in the student teaching stuff that we're doing. So you could go in and answer. You could see that these are the students that are also in seminar, that are also student teaching now. And if you wanted to submit, you'd go up and hit create thread, and then you could create whatever you wanted to type regarding the prompt that was given to you. You're also available content, and I showed you a syllabus yesterday. But this is what my seminar syllabus looks like. So you'll have access to your syllabus, when things are due. Again, teachers are planners. So you'll see everything that's due, when it's due, and all of that. You'll also see all of your assignments, any requirements that you have, all of that good stuff. If you go back to content, you'll then see drop boxes. So I've had to submit lesson plans of the stuff that I did. So you'll see I made the gas loss FET lab. So for my first lesson plan, this is what I submitted with a reflection. This should look familiar. Hasn't been that long. But if a professor assigns something online, typically it'll be through Blackboard or whatever site the college that you're attending is using. And you'll just go in and you'll click it and you'll submit it, and then they will put a grade in. So my seminar course is pass or fail. If you want me to talk more about that, I'm happy to. For the most part, college courses are graded based on letter grades, A through F. But certain courses, such as seminar, which is like a rounding course as you're completing your student teaching to kind of final up everything, it's a pass or fail course. That's just one of the options. If you have more questions with regards to my courses or anything having to do with that, I'm happy to go more into it, especially if maybe you want to see all of the crazy chem work that I've done in my time. But other things that I want to get to, I'm going to draw your attention going toward the left. So I talked a little bit about the notifications that are up here. If there's any school announcements, it's going to show up here, at least for Oneonta's Blackboard. So like the temp service, students discouraged from returning because of COVID-19, all of that good stuff. The other tools that are available to you, you can make yourself a calendar. You could see your grades, which I won't go into, even though you'll be able to see them later on in my degree works. But you could send an email, any goals that you want to make, application stuff. As we go down, it'll link to your email, so you can click this and then go right to your email. They provide Microsoft 365 at Oneonta. It's free. It's going to be free at any college you go to. And so if you need a hyperlink to get there, it's also on Blackboard. You'll see unofficial transcript. If I wanted to show you guys all the courses that I've taken and the grades that I've gotten, I could click on this unofficial transcript. I could also order a transcript. So right now I'm applying to jobs and I need official transcripts. So I had to order these, and you would click this tab in order to do that. DegreeWorks is very important. I'm going to come back and get into that more extensively later on in the video. You'll see interlibrary loan. If there was, say, a book that Oneonta didn't have, they could interlibrary loan it from another university, and then you would get access to that book. And that's just a service that Oneonta happens to have. I'm sure not all schools have that. I couldn't even tell you if Oneonta had it. I've never used it before. Going down, any library services that you need, midterm grades, view grades, course registration, and student schedule. I'm going to go into this a little bit quickly just because I'm already at 7 minutes, but they just posted the schedule for the fall of 2020 term. I'm graduating, hopefully, so I won't be registering. But if we wanted to look up classes, you go in here, search by term, go fall of 2020, and you could go through and pick any major that you wanted. So I'm a chemistry major. That's what I'm most familiar with. So let's go into chemistry. You know what? You guys don't care about chemistry courses. Let's go into something else. Let's go into the foods. Apparently, there's a foods major on the outside. I'm a tour guide. I should probably know that. But these are the courses that would be available to you if this is something that you wanted to take. I'm pretty sure that the foods isn't actually a major. It falls under nutrition. But beside the point, I should probably know that. These are the courses when they're available. As you can see, there's no active members or active students in the class because no one's been able to register yet. Registration starts April 6th, I believe. You'll get registration times based on how many credits you have. So if you want me to get more into credits, maybe I could do that in another video. What the threshold is for whether you're a freshman or sophomore, junior, senior. Stuff like that. If you have questions, if you want me to go into it, please email Mrs. Miller or I, or send us something through Remind, or put it in your video response to this that, hey, I want to learn a little bit more about this. But these are the courses that would be available for a foods major or for your nutrition major. Going down. So course registration. So it's not going to come up with the terms. So because I'm a senior, I would be able to register on April 7th. Starting at 9 a.m. I'd probably be one of the first, if not the first, since I have so many credits, which you'll see later. But you'll get your registration time, and at that time, you could then go into the student schedule part that I just showed you and click on the courses that you want to sign up for. Other things that are available is get involved. So Oneonta is very big on getting involved, and so they have Campus Connection, they have events calendars that get posted weekly for any events, clubs, yada yada, that you may have interest in. Print quota is something that's big for everyone. So at Oneonta specifically, you get $15 worth of print quota. It's 3 cents to print a black and white page and 10 cents to print a color page. In the essence of time, I'm going to skip through campus resources for now. If this is something that you want me to go into, I'd be happy to in another video. You'll also see that there's a finances tab, how much your student bill is, dining plan, financial awards, and then other stuff regarding that. For now, probably for the last 5 minutes, I'm going to get into DegreeWorks. I showed you a page of DegreeWorks yesterday in the presentation that I did, and I will show you what I was talking about and how I got it once I get there. But to start, any DegreeWorks tab that you get, it's going to open and it's going to look just like this. As you can see, my GPA currently is a 3.52. Got nothing to hide. With regards to the degree, so you can either have a BA or a BS degree. Those are your two options here. My situation is unique because I'm a double major. So my chemistry major is technically a BA because I'm not completing a full chemistry major. I've had a couple courses reduced, as I talked about in the video yesterday. But the major that I'm specifically working on is a BS degree. So when I click that, you'll see that once it loads, Bachelor of Science degree, you'll see that my Bachelor of Science degree is in Adolescence Education Chemistry, which gets cut off a little bit. You can see that I'm a senior standing. As I draw your attention down, you can see I'm a senior. So my degree progress is pretty far. I'm just working on my final couple requirements, which are the courses that I'm taking right now. Down here, you can see the credits required for your major. So there's 120 credits required for the Adolescence Education Chemistry major. And I've applied 143. So I actually got a couple credits through high school. Pre-calc through Dutchess Community College, I got credit as we scroll down. I'll talk about it a little bit later on. But what we have here is they'll tell you the minimum number of credits that are required for your major. As you can see, gladly or happily, all of these are checked off, essentially, because I'm a senior and I'll hopefully be graduating in May. I'll get my piece of paper that says that I've done everything that I needed to do and that I sufficed and was able to complete all of these credits. Moving down, I talked very briefly and very quickly about the college major, what it's composed of. So you have your general education requirements, your content courses, and then any electives or extra work that you're going to have a chance to do. General education is going to be there for any major that you have, anything at all. They want you to be fairly proficient in your communication, so you may have to take a comp class, which you can see I got transferred in from Hofstra. Composition is something that you'll probably have to take at any institution, college, university that you go to. The one that I took actually happened to be about hip-hop, which was pretty cool. Again, if you want me to get into this stuff, I'm happy to. I just don't have time at this very moment. They want you to be well-rounded with your math, communication, and then they give you a certain number of choices that you could take. So you have to take 5 of 8 areas that are listed here where my cursor is going. So it could be American history, world civilization, foreign language, social science, humanities, arts, natural sciences, yada, yada. It could be any of these that would suffice. Whatever you have interest in, college is where you can take classes that you're interested in. You're not forced into courses like you are in high school. This is everything that I did, so I said that I'd talk a little bit more about it. I actually got credit for a biology class at Oneonta because of the 5 that I got on my IB biology exam. So taking these classes is not a waste for every institution that you go to. I didn't get credit for any of these at Hofstra, but at Oneonta, I walked in with 18 credits just because of the courses that I'd taken already through high school. You can also see that I got credit for U.S. history course because of my IB World Topics grade. So these are things that can apply and are worth your time. You'll then see the major. These are the major courses. This is what I showed you yesterday. This is everything that I had to take to suffice my major. But I'm a double major, so I actually have not only chemistry requirements, but professional education requirements. I had to complete all of this. It's 41 credits of both, 41 credits for a major in order to get credit and for them to give you the piece of paper that says, yes, he or she is proficient in this field. I'll then go down and talk a little bit about the related work of adolescence education. So I had to take calculus, general physics, and then a couple lab courses so that they could make sure that I was proficient in my laboratory skills. But this is just a chemistry major. I talked about this yesterday. The cool tool that we have, or I have access to on DegreeWorks, is this what if tab. If I go into what if, I can pick a catalog term, and then I could pick any major at all, and see how it applies. So let's say criminal justice. If you had interest in criminal justice, you click process what if. Once it loads, there you go. So you can see that I would not be ready to graduate in May because my credits are good, 143 credits, but my requirements are only at 43%. As I scroll down, you can see that these are the classes that you'd have to take for a major in criminal justice. Of course, I'm running out of time. I only have 10 seconds. So if this is something that interests you, please, please, please let Mrs. Miller or I know in the video responses, and I'd be happy to do more videos on it. Thanks, guys. See you soon.